What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including superstars unhappy with Laurinaitis' return, could the Divas title be returning, sad news regarding Nikki Bella, Lashley's Wrestlemania opponent revealed, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into the first story. Now, our first story looks at WWE superstars unhappy with John Laurinaitis' return. Now, reports are coming in that some wrestlers are unhappy with John Laurinaitis' return to his position as head of talent relations. Fightful Select is reporting that a number of wrestlers contacted the site expressing concern due to Laurinaitis' past role in promoting the Divas era of women's wrestling. With the women's revolution being promoted so much by Stephanie McMahon, Laurinaitis would have to make a strong case for changing the type of women it hires. However, with Johnny Ace back, does that mean fans can look forward to the return of the Divas title? Well, the Divas era is often criticized by fans as being a time when WWE focused more on women's looks rather than their ability to wrestle. With Laurinaitis resuming his role in recruiting new talent, fans can't help but ask if they will see a return of these types of performers. Whether or not this happens, one former superstar thinks the WWE should bring back the Divas Championship and that the criticism of the Divas era is unwarranted. Maria Kanellis recently spoke to Ring the Bella about this, saying, "I get so tired of that's controversial or whatever. It's not controversial when you look at the talent back then. Yeah, they didn't get to spotlight their talents as much as they should have, but Beth Phoenix was an incredible worker. She was a champ. Michelle McCool was incredible. She was a champ. Melina was awesome. Mickie James was awesome." Kanellis went on to defend the division and its title, saying, "How can you say the Divas Championship didn't mean anything? Because you only saw those short matches on television didn't mean those girls couldn't have longer matches. They did on house shows. I would love to have the Divas Championship back to say, yes, I can be sexy. Yes, I can be strong. Yes, I can be intelligent. I can be all these things at once." Now, Maria isn't wrong about the talented performers, and the case can be made that as good as the talent is today, the WWE continues to book its women's division inconsistently. Fans need look no further than Asuka's booking as Raw Women's Champion to see how little they seem to care about women other than Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. In my opinion, it's not really what the title stands for, it's more the look of the belt. It looks bloody horrendous. But would you guys like to see the WWE bring the Divas title back? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Bobby Lashley's Wrestlemania opponent revealed. Now that Bobby Lashley has secured his first WWE Championship, the WWE Universe is asking who the Almighty will face at that year's Showcase of the Immortals. Names such as Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, and even Universal Champion Roman Reigns have been thrown around, but now Wrestling News is reporting that they've been told that the winner of McIntyre vs Sheamus will challenge Bobby Lashley for the championship at WrestleMania 37. As of this writing, the plan is for McIntyre to challenge for the title at Mania. There have been rumblings about Lashley finally getting his much-desired match against Brock Lesnar, and while there has been no confirmation, it's still possible for the WWE to bring the Beast in for a triple threat match. Wrestling fans are curious whether Bobby will drop the belt at WrestleMania, which will finally give Drew a title win in front of a live crowd. However, some fans are hoping that Lashley will be given time to reign as champion, especially as both Lashley and his fellow Hurt Business members are over as one of the WWE's best factions in a long time. What are your thoughts on the WWE Championship picture and Lashley's push? Should the belt be dropped at WrestleMania? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a new faction wipes out the Inner Circle. While AEW Revolution ended with a fizzled finish, this week's edition of Dynamite had a figuratively explosive finale as a new faction debuted, wiping out the members of the Inner Circle. AEW has been teasing something big between MJF and his fellow Inner Circle members, but nothing like what happened. The Inner Circle held a war council to deal with MJF and Chris Jericho's loss to the Young Bucks at Revolution, but former Circle member Sammy Guevara interrupted, providing video evidence of MJF scheming behind Jericho's back with the group's other members, suggesting it was time for new leadership. MJF ordered proud and powerful Jack Hager to take out Jericho and Guevara, but the Inner Circle weren't about to betray Le Champion, instead encircling MJF. Jericho fired MJF from the group, but before the Circle could KO MJF, the lights went out and the Inner Circle were attacked by FTR, Wardlow, Shawn Spears and manager Tully Blanchard, with Jericho getting busted open and getting powerbombed off the stage. In case you missed the last few minutes of the show, be sure to check it out as it's one of the best beatdowns in recent memory. This new faction also has the potential to help elevate Shawn Spears as he's been stuck on the sideline for so long, and it also promises to deliver an intense feud on Dynamite. There are a number of potential programs between the two factions, ranging from Wardlow vs Jake Hager to FDR vs Proud and Powerful and Chris Jericho vs MJF. Next up, sad news regarding Nikki Bella. Now, the Bella twins have been teasing a return to the ring for some time, with the Weavers of Twin Magic stressing their goal is to win the Women's Tag Team Championship. However, a recent discussion on Nikki and Brie Bella's podcast suggests it's going to be some time before this happens, and it may never happen due to Nikki's neck. Nikki revealed, "I guess I've been talking about this run as if I'm cleared, which I'm not cleared to wrestle. I saw a doctor last week who is starting to help me with my neck strengthening exercises. I hope that somehow all these things that I'm doing, if I want to do this run, I have to get MRIs and scans and they have to discuss things. They will see this incredible growth and say, yeah, you're strong, here are your limits, but this is what you can do. I need to start that a year out. We'll see what a year does, how good the bone grows, how strong my neck can get. Say prayers for me." However, Nikki's neck isn't the only thing that's blocking a ring return. She discussed how she wants to have another child before she's 40. Nikki is currently 37. Given the uncertainty of Nikki being medically cleared and her desire to have Bambino number 2, a Bella's return seems more ambiguous than ever. Next up, major heat for the AEW Revolution dud explosion. Now, last but not least, it looks like there's no end to the flack AEW is getting over its failed finish to Revolution, where an exploding ring went off with all the sound and fury of a sparkler. Fans continue to wonder what happened and who was responsible for the explosion that never happened. Now reports are coming in that the crew involved in producing the special effects are under fire. No pun intended. Fightful Select is reporting, "We're told that the third-party rigging crew responsible brushed the situation off and were not very apologetic about the way that things happened, leading to pretty significant heat on them." If the story is accurate, you can be certain Tony Khan will be looking for a new special effects crew as the explosion, or lack of one, angered AEW fans who were hoping to see a fiery finish to the gimmick match. AEW's pyro for Dynamite and various pay-per-views have been solid, which makes it puzzling why the main event ended so badly. Of course, they didn't do itself any favors on this week's Dynamite with a half-baked explanation for why Eddie Kingston oversold a finish or why the explosion was a dud. Now, on a happier note, wrestlers haven't lost sight of the funny aspects of the situation, with Fightful Select adding, "One wrestler joked with us that they wish the rigging crew would have got that kind of heat during the main event segment instead, and they wouldn't be in this situation." But there you have it, folks, the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.